back to our home. My name is Annie, this is Walt, and our baby Jaira Lee. And we haven't been filming for a few weeks now because there's been a lot of things happening in our lives and changes going on, and so we finally got the opportunity to just sit down and want to update you guys on just all the big things that have been going on.
Yeah. So one of the big things that we've been dealing with, we're still dealing with kind of, has been just getting their health insurance and the documentation all figured out for Jaira and for Annie as well, now that she's no longer pregnant. Just figuring that out has been tough, but we're getting through it, I think. And yeah, we'll be there soon with that.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm from Germany. And so there's always been a lot of documentation things that we've been working on because not being an American citizen, there's a lot of work you have to go through in order to become that legally and to stay here and live here legally and be able to do all the same things. But we're finally at a point where it's called I'm a resident now, and I have a green card, so we're definitely at a good point right now.
Yeah, definitely. Thankful to be through that.
Yeah.
So yeah, besides that, we have been planning for our trip to Disney that we were planning. Mm-hmm. So with that, I decided to take on some side work in graphic design because we wanted to have a little bit of extra cash to spend while we were on vacation.
So Walt was interning at our local church, but he stopped that right before we went on our vacation, and now started working full-time with the company he was working for part-time already. And it's a lot of construction work, which you do more of the designing
and the
planning,
management and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's good. Started back with that.
And then the baby has been growing too, of course. She still looks very small. I feel like we get that all the time from people. They're like, she's 3 months now, but she still looks so young and small. But she's definitely gotten longer, I feel like. And she also talks a lot. She makes little sounds. She'll talk back to us. And she's a very smiley baby. She smiles all the time and even chuckles. And it's the cutest thing to just enjoy time with her. You don't even have to do anything, just smile or talk to her or make funny sounds, and it'll make her so happy. I love that.
Yeah, that's
so fun.
That's her favorite thing right now.
Yeah.
So that was great because we went on vacation with my family to Disney World for 2 weeks, and there was at one point 20 people with us. And so Jaira definitely had a lot of time with people and smiling and laughing. But it was a really great time. Mm-hmm. We got to go to Disney, all 4 of the parks. So what we did is we drove overnight and we left at 11 p.m. And then we stopped on the way at Hilton Head, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. And then we had a nice day there, got to visit the beach a little bit in some areas. And then we continued and went from South Carolina to Florida, got there at a good time, and then we had a few days of rest, thankfully.
And then we started on our Disney days, and I'm saying days because it's usually we left usually 7:30 or 8 in the mornings and came back later that day, maybe 9 p.m. or so. It was really great. We just were so blessed with the weather. It was super nice, and obviously we had to try to stay in the shade, especially with young babies. They shouldn't be exposed to too much sun because you can't put any chemicals that are in the sunscreen. So the sunscreen, you can't put that on them. And so you have to just protect them from the sun. But yeah, we stayed in the shade most of the time or covered her otherwise. And we were able to go on a lot of the rides too. I think ride-wise, our favorite park is Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really awesome.
Yeah.
But you were saying you really enjoyed Epcot.
Yes, that's my favorite park. I just love the different countries that are represented in there, and also just, the cultures. I'm all about that.
Yeah, it was really fun. And then Magic Kingdom is always just,
Yeah.
it's one of the best.
It's your favorite.
One of the best
too.
experiences. Yeah. And what we found is, even though we went with a baby, we were able to still do a lot and had a really good time.
Yeah.
First of all, like, Disney's really accommodating of families and especially people with young children. We were able to change her because almost every bathroom has a changing station.
Yeah.
And there's always quiet places to nurse, and Annie even nursed sometimes in the lines or on the rides. So we made it work with her schedule and with us. And thankfully, for some of the longer lines or the rides that Jaira couldn't go on, we were able to get the rider switch pass. So we could stay off the ride with her. My family could go on, and then afterwards we could give her to my family, and then we could go on the ride and go on the fast lane and just go straight on. So it was pretty fun, and we got to enjoy basically everything that we wanted to. So it was great.
It was awesome, and there were so many people around us. We stayed in an Airbnb house, and at one point I think we had 20 people staying with us. Most of them are family, but that was just so great it was just so much fun. And Jaira got a lot of hugs. And so we got some relaxing days where we were able to go into the pool that we had connected to our house, or shopping, or just relaxing.
Yeah, a date night, which was really nice because it's been a while since we had that. So
yes, we went to the Outback Steakhouse.
Yes,
steakhouses are for the win for us.
Yeah, that's always the best.
And that was like basically our trip. I feel like, and then on the way back, we decided to do it differently. We just wanted to get home after being away for 2 weeks. So we went into our car. I think we started driving 10 a.m. on a Friday morning, and then drove all the way through until 4:30 a.m. is when we arrived here home. And we were tired, but it was really worth it because that weekend was going to be so busy. And the trip back and to Florida both of them were really good. We were well prepared with like snacks and with having a changing pad in there for her, and it didn't feel too tight, like it felt doable. Yeah,
and thankfully we were able to use my grandpa's SUV, so that gave us a little more room for our stuff and for her and all that, so it was really good.
That was awesome. I was so thankful for that.
And it was good. The drives were pretty chill, pretty relaxing. Thankfully, neither of us got too tired and we were able to make it through the night, so it was good. And then we came back and rested a bit, and then went straight into the weekend where it was Annie's and my mom's birthday, and then we had I was leading worship on Sunday, and then a wedding of two of our friends. So it was a crazy Sunday.
Yeah, we were saying last year my birthday was on a bachelorette party that I went to, and then this year a wedding, and his was on a fest that we went to and he did worship at. So I feel like there's just always something on our birthdays right now. But we love going out and we love people, so we don't mind.
So that's kind of what we've been up to. Thankfully things are a little bit more relaxing right now. We've been taking this week to kind of relax before Easter and all the craziness of Easter week. But that's kind of why we haven't been able to film any videos recently. So thanks for sticking around though, and if you want to follow along more with us, you can follow us on our Instagrams.
And just like and subscribe, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.